Hello everyone, my name is Margaret Vess. I am the Alumni Relations Manager for the College of Information and Communications, and we are here today to talk about our Mentorship Match Program, specifically for our mentors who have signed up for the Fall 2026 program. First of all, I just wanted to thank you all for being here and for your willingness to participate in this program. We would not be able to do this without you, and we are grateful for your time and your willingness to be a part of this program. So what is the purpose of our Mentorship Match Program? It is really to connect our CIC students with mentors who could be alumni, faculty, staff, and community members who are in their industry, so that they can get support from those who have been there and really understand the context of their industry and their career path, and so that they can get that one-on-one guidance for clarity, confidence, and general career readiness. So this program really is a win-win for both mentors and mentees. So for our mentors, we have received feedback that they really just appreciate giving back to the college and giving back to students directly. And they find it really rewarding to be able to teach and guide and mentor students on their career path journeys. For our mentees, of course, they get that one-on-one guidance and support and just encouragement as they navigate that career path forward. And we have found that overall, past participants have shared that mentorship has helped them market themselves more confidently to employers, make intentional decisions about goals and opportunities, and land internships and feel more prepared for those professional conversations. So what are the roles of mentees and mentors in this program? The role of the mentee is to, first of all, take initiative in contacting their mentor. We do ask that they take that first step and that they reach out and communicate directly with you first once they receive notification of the pairing. The role of the mentee is to set their goals and to share them openly with you and to commit to consistent communication. The role of the mentor is to provide insight and encouragement, to share your professional experience and advice, and to help navigate academic and career decisions. We also do note to both our mentees and our mentors that we understand that things happen. And so if you have found that now is actually not a good time for you to engage in this program, feel free to just let us know, and you are welcome to revisit this opportunity in January next semester or in future years. So what is the timeline for this program? This is a 6-week program beginning September 8th and going through October 14th. You do have the option to meet how you determine is best. So you can meet virtually. Through the Mentorship Hub website where you have signed up, you do have the ability to message or video chat directly with your mentee through the platform. But you can also choose to share phone numbers, email addresses off of the platform if you decide that Zoom or a phone call may be best. And then you can also meet in person if you decide that that's best for you. We just ask that if you meet in person that you do so in public spaces only. Mentees have the option to review profiles of mentors before you are matched, and they can review your profile and select a few favorites depending on your job and your career path. If that is something that they are specifically interested in, they can favorite your profile. So the deadline for them to do so is September 2nd, and then we will make the matches after that and send our notifications of the pairings by September 4th. And then, as I mentioned, the program will begin on September 8th, which is after Labor Day. So this is an overview and a few specific notes about joining the program. First of all, we want to make sure that you have officially joined the CIC page within the Mentorship Hub website. If you've received notification of this video through our program, you most likely have, but just to make sure, you do want to make sure that you've joined our specific College of Information and Communications Mentorship Match Program when you sign up through the platform. And that is an additional step, but it just ensures that you join our specific program, which will then allow us to match you with our CIC students. We also ask that you fully fill out your profile on the Mentorship Hub website. And this just allows us to get a really good understanding of your background so that we can make the strongest matches possible. So when you go to edit your profile, you have the option to add a section where you can add career paths, industries, job functions, etc. And you also have the option to add specifically your career journey, potentially any hobbies or activities you are involved with on campus. And as I said, that is just helpful for us to make sure we make the strongest matches possible with the mentees. You will receive your pairing notification via email by September 4th, and then that will allow you to view your mentee's profile directly and communicate with them through the platform. You also have the ability to set your availability on your profile directly on the platform so that your mentee can see that. So if you go to edit your profile in the top right-hand corner, and then you click My Preferences and Manage Calendar on the left-hand side, you'll see there that you can set your available days and times, which may just make it easy for your mentee to understand when you are available. So each week we will have different topics. We have drafted those out, and you can see them here on your screen, and you'll also be able to review those in the platform. And this just gives some scaffolding of what we may recommend that you discuss in each week. I will note here that for some of our students, in particular those that are in master's degree programs, they may have different career needs based on just where they are in their career. So you are welcome to adjust this as you go along in the program with your mentee, and feel free to make adjustments as needed. But this is just there, like I said, to give some scaffolding. So this is a little bit of a deeper dive into the content that we have suggested for each week. So starting off with week 1, it is really just a getting to know you week. So you can see here we have some specific questions, and we also have a recommendation for our mentees to conduct an informational interview. We do have resources available for them on the platform of what an informational interview may be, and just giving them some questions and some scaffolding for that conversation. But it is really just a getting to know you, kind of building that foundation for the program. Moving on to week 2, this is all about a skills inventory and helping your mentee kind of pinpoint those skills that are that they have already established and that they may be able to strengthen before they get to their career after their degree program. And then moving on to week 3, you'll note here we do have different suggested action items for both mentees and mentors. So for mentors, in week 3, we have suggested that you share your personal career story, including those early decision points or lessons learned along the way. And then offering insight into how your field is changing, what skills are increasingly valuable, and then giving feedback, of course, to your mentee as well. Moving on to weeks 4 through 6. For week 4, this is all about setting goals and making a plan to achieve them for your mentee. Week 5 is all about expanding your professional connections and creating a personal brand. And then week 6 is wrapping up the program and sharing any final advice or resources, offering suggestions for professional development opportunities, and then discussing ways to potentially maintain contact after the program ends if you choose to do so. There are also various resources available to you directly on the Mentorship Hub platform. So you'll see in the top menu bar there is a resources tab and then various options within that. So that includes the informational interview resource for students, the program code of conduct, and then there is this resource list, which includes resources for both students and mentors. And I will note on there that it includes links to other resources that are available through USC, such as Handshake, which is the job posting board. There are various assessments, and general resources available to students. And we just recommend that you review this just so you know what is available through the university for your mentee. Now we have some reminders just to wrap us up today. So to start with, we do ask that you fully fill out your profile on the Mentorship Hub website. And this just helps ensure that we make as strong a match as possible with the mentee and mentor pairings. The mentee is going to be responsible for reaching out first. So once you receive that pairing notification, you can wait until you hear from your mentee. If you aren't hearing from them or you're just generally having trouble getting in touch with them, feel free to reach out to us and we can help to navigate that conversation. The meetings are flexible and are up to each pairing to decide what works best. So you can meet virtually through the platform itself, outside of the platform, or in person in a public meeting space. We also recommend that you schedule all of your future meetings during your first meeting. So you may decide that you have a standing Tuesday afternoon call or whatever works best for you, just that you go ahead and get those on the calendar during your first meeting. We'll also send a survey after the program ends. We ask that you take some time to submit that and give us feedback. And this helps us understand what's working and what may need adjusting for future semesters. Thank you so much for joining us today. And thank you again for your willingness to participate in this program. We couldn't do it without our mentors, and we are very grateful for the time and attention that you put into this program. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions in the meantime. Otherwise, we will be in touch in early September when we make our pairings. Thanks again.